Hello everyone, this is Crystal Exoskeleton again with another book review. Today I'll be just going through a first look at Moldavite Starborn Transformation by Robert Simmons and Kathy Warner. Anyway, this book is just about Moldavite. For some reason I didn't get it shipped from the UK, but it has a UK price tag on it, which I'm gonna I'll leave it there. Anyway, this I'm just doing before I get into my first review. I'm just doing like my first thoughts before I read the book. I really like that it has a good table of contents. So, there's not a lot of pretty pictures in this book. In fact, there's just one color page, which is different than most of the Crystal books I've read. It seems like a lot of Crystal authors really like to make pretty pictures. So this is just the one color page. Fine specimens of Moldavite, just natural shapes and colors of Moldavite. And this is a crystal grid for Moldavite. It's large amethyst chunk, clear quartz, and Moldavite. So amethyst, Moldavite, and really stunningly clear quartz. Probably the most expensive crystal grid I've ever looked at. Clearly you'd have to be pretty rich to afford to make this crystal grid. And at the bottom there's some Moldavite earrings and a Moldavite and amethyst necklace, which probably cost a fortune to make. But anyway, this is just my first look at the book. It's not a very large book, as you can see. It's pretty thin. Let's see. It's about 177 pages long, so I can probably read this in a quick minute. Another fun thing is I was flipping through this book. Someone put a card in here. I didn't put this. This is not my handwriting. This is much nicer than my handwriting. But it says Moldavite Starseed Stone of Transformation, £9.99. So here we go, Starseed Stone of Transformation. Of course, in a book that I buy, I get a handwritten card in there with the word Starseed on it. That's not an omen or anything, am I right? Anyway, this was just my first look at the book, and once I finish reading it, I'm going to go over some important facts that I learned from the book. Hello everyone, this is Crystal Exoskeleton. I just wanted to give my full review of the book Moldavite Starborn Stone of Transformations by Robert Simmons and Kathy Warner. After I've read the full book, before I just sort of did a little preview of my first impressions of the book, and now I'm just going to give a bit of a more in-depth review about the book and what my feelings are about the book. For one, I didn't think it was, usually I don't read books that aren't up to date, so this one was in 1988, and usually I don't read books that are that old if I'm doing research, but I'm actually really glad that I picked up this book anyways, because I think there's a lot of really good information on Moldavite, even if it is older information. Just before we go on, I want to say one thing about this book that I really love, and I don't see in a lot of metaphysical books, is there's a list of scientific references in the back of the book, as well as suggested reading for further research on Moldavite. I really enjoyed reading this book. It's a little bit dense because there's not a lot of pictures in it. It just has this spread, this picture, oops, this picture of different Moldavites, Then here is some jewelry that was made by the author himself. Very beautiful stuff, by the way. Very, very gorgeous. I really do like that this has the platonic solids on it. That is really cool. And then the other color picture is the world's most expensive crystal grid. Crystal grid most of us can only hope to afford. So, one thing I didn't find very good about this book is Chapter 8, Moldavite Stone of the Holy Grail. Honestly, I just sort of skimmed through this chapter because it didn't interest me at all. But I will say that one part of it that is completely, like, totally different from any other informational source you will find on Moldavite on the internet is that there is a huge chapter called the Moldavite Letters, and it's amazing. It's all about people who have worked with Moldavite, how it changed their lives. It's very powerful stuff, very informative. I'm just going to go through because I highlighted some parts of the book that I would like to read as part of my review. I'm not making any money off of it, nor am I showing off the entire book. I'm just sort of going through here and wanting to share some passages with you guys from this book. Let me just find them. Here it goes. Moldavite with other stones. And in jewelry, I see a lot of times that Moldavite is compared with Herkimer diamonds, which is a type of quartz grown here in upstate New York. And it says, it is certainly true that Moldavite works well with many members of the quartz family. Perhaps this is related to the fact that Moldavite itself is about 80% silica and thus related to quartz. So that's definitely interesting about the makeup of Moldavite. Then it goes on to say Herkimer diamond quartz. These curiously different quartz crystals found in the area of Herkimer, New York are relatively small, exceptionally clear, and usually double terminated. They are the most spiritually uplifting of the clear quartz crystals and are known as vision crystals. Herkimers with Moldavite expand the visual aspect of our meditations. So I found that a good piece of information. I'm obviously not going to read the whole book for you guys, but I'm just going to read one more part of this before I wrap up this review, and I really hope that if you get a chance to pick up this book, I would definitely pick it up. I got it secondhand on Amazon for like $5, including shipping, so it was pretty cheap. It's relatively easy to find. You can just, you know, like I said, hop on Amazon, buy a copy used for cheap, or if you want to, you can buy it brand new. To more consciously open oneself to Moldavite's energy, we recommend meditation. Placing the stones in the hand, on the heart, third eye, crown, or any chakra point that feels appropriate. one can quiet the mind more easily, flow into resonance with the vibrations that emanate from Moldavite. This can produce powerful meditation and visual states, out-of-body travel, merging with the light, and other phenomena appropriate to positive transformation of the individual. Be sure to ground properly during or after such experiences. Look to the last section of this chapter for appropriate stones to help. Music and or guided imagery can enhance these states. We will present some later. Sleeping with Moldavite taped to the third eye or held in the hand produces more vivid dream states. In addition, we found that drinking spring water charged with Moldavite can sometimes infuse the body with an almost electrified feeling. We have been told that through channeling and drinking this Moldavite water can help awaken the Kundalini energy. So that's another important passage that I highlighted in this book. So thank you for watching my review. If you're interested in Moldavite and learning more about Moldavite, I really suggest pick up this book. You won't regret it. Thank you for watching.